Hey guys, Coach Mike here with BJJ Movement. Today we're starting our Gymnastics for Jiu-Jitsu series, covering everything from real simple forward and backward rolls to cartwheels, back handsprings, and back tucks. All these cool techniques that are super fun to do, challenging to learn, but are very practical for Jiu-Jitsu applications. So, video one, forward rolls. Let's do it. All right guys, so everyone knows that real basic Jiu-Jitsu forward roll. We get into our wrestling stance and we roll over our inside shoulder or our lead shoulder. So I put my hand between my legs and I roll, okay? So not a bad forward roll, but we have a couple challenges there. One of the things is it's kind of hard to stand up if our feet aren't in the proper orientation. So we always talk about rolling within our wrestling stance. So if I have a good athletic wrestling stance, I'm left-handed, left leg is back, right leg is forward. Vice versa, if you're right-handed. We're in our wrestling stance. I want to keep this stance throughout my forward roll, almost exactly, with one minor difference. As we finish our roll, our trailing leg is going to tee off. That tee allows us to roll up over our shin and kind of stand up with our hips and our hands leading forward. The biggest downfall we have in our forward rolls is we tend to put our hands on the mat, we roll, and then we put our hands back by our butt to help us sit up, right? It's really hard to stand up from a crab walk. So we're gonna try to avoid putting our hands on the mat to help us up and only using our hands to help protect our head. So our first level of advanced wrestling rolls is gonna be a shoulder roll in that proper stance. So right away, my hand goes to the mat, my shoulder and elbow follows. My trailing heel comes to my butt. I keep that same position all the way through my roll. Now this shin hits the mat first. My lead leg stays my lead leg the whole time. I roll forward and I reach forward. My body in gymnastics will always follow my hands. So my hands are reaching forward. Now I'm basically in my butt scoop position. I rock my hips forward, and it makes the stand up much easier. It's hard, right? As we do forward rolls, we tend to lose where we are. So our goal with this Gymnastics for Jiu-Jitsu program is to have forward rolls and backward rolls be a carrier for other techniques. Meaning, I can work on setting up other techniques within a roll and not having the forward and backward roll be the technique, right? So a little bit faster, we get in our wrestling stance, right? Nice elbows in. I'm gonna reach for the mat. Right away, I'm gonna go hand, elbow, shoulder, roll. My back leg kicks my butt. And I stand up nice and proud, right? So hands are reaching forward the whole time. Right into our fight stance. That allows us to keep going, right? I never wanna have to think about, not that I would, if I want to forward roll, a kind of a Blanca attack, right? So if I forward roll and attack somebody, my hands are helping me up. Not good, right? So I want to be able to roll and have my hands leading the way and protect myself the whole way. So I'm coming up defensive the whole time, right? Hands have to be used the right way. Pushing our butts off the ground, never okay for a forward roll. So the wrestling roll, we do it all the time, right? Our line drills, we get out there, we just flumble around. Let's make it a technique, right? Let's make it a little bit more athletic and a little bit more structured. In the other direction, wrestling stance, palm, elbow, shoulder, kick my butt, shin hits the ground first, lead leg, hands forward, reach up. The wrestling roll, not too bad, right? Next thing, we move on to doing a chin tucked over our head forward roll.